Hey friends, welcome back to English Daily Podcast. I'm your host, Kevin. I am so happy to be here with you today. Many English learners want to change their lives. They want to improve. They want to speak better English. They want to go to the gym. They want to eat healthy food. They want to read more books. But changing your life feels too difficult. It feels too hard. The goals are too big. The plans are too complex, and everything feels too fast. You try for one day, you try for 2 days, and then you stop. You get tired. You feel disappointed. But I will tell you how to change your life in slow and simple English. In this podcast, I will speak clearly. I will speak slowly. I will explain difficult words. And I will help you enjoy English without stress. You don't need to read the real book. No, you don't need to do that. You don't need to take notes. You don't need to worry about grammar. Just listen, relax, and enjoy. If you listen to this every day, your English will get better step by step, and your life will get better too. So, let's begin our journey today. Today, I want to tell you about a very special book. It is a world-famous book. It is called Atomic Habits. It was written by James Clear. He is a writer, a researcher, and a speaker. He studied habits for many years. This book is about life. It is about how small changes can make a big difference in your world. But the original book is very difficult. The words are long, the ideas are deep. Even native English speakers sometimes find it hard to understand. That's why I made this long episode just for you, just for learners at beginning to intermediate levels. So, here's what we will do today. First, I will explain the big idea of the book. I will explain what an atomic habit means. Then, I will explain the 4 laws of behavior change, the 4 rules to build a good life. I will give you many easy examples from real life. At the end, I will give you a short summary. All right, my friends, are you ready? Take a deep breath, relax your shoulders. Let's begin. So let's start with the first question. What is the book about? What does atomic habits mean? Let's break down these 2 words. Let's look at them slowly. The first word is atomic. What is an atom? An atom is a scientific word. It means a very, very small thing, the smallest piece of matter, something you cannot see with your eyes because it is so tiny. So, atomic means extremely small. The second word is habit. What is a habit? A habit is something you do every day, something you do regularly, something you do automatically without thinking. For example, when you wake up, maybe you brush your teeth. You don't think, oh, should I brush my teeth today? No, you just do it. It is automatic. It is a habit. So when we put these words together, an atomic habit is a very small routine. A tiny action that you do every single day. It is small, but it is powerful. The author, James Clear, says that many people make a big mistake in life. They think they need big changes to get big results. They think, if I want to lose weight, I must run for 2 hours every day. Or, if I want to learn English, I must study for 4 hours every day. But this is wrong. This is not how real change happens. James Clear gives us a beautiful mathematical idea. He says, if you get just 1% better every day for 1 year, you will become 37 times better by the end of the year. Think about that number, 37 times better, just by changing one small thing every day. But he also says the opposite is true. If you get 1% worse every day, your good habits will disappear. You will go down to 0. Imagine an airplane. The airplane is flying from Los Angeles to New York. If the pilot changes the direction of the airplane by just 3 degrees, just a tiny change, a very small movement, the airplane will not land in New York, it will land in Washington, D.C. A small change at the beginning makes a massive difference at the end. Your life is exactly like that airplane. The small decisions you make today change where you land tomorrow. Think about a piece of ice. Imagine you are sitting in a cold room. The temperature is 25 degrees. You have an ice cube on the table. You wait. Nothing happens. The room gets warmer. 26 degrees. Nothing happens. 27 degrees. The ice is still there. 28, 29, 30, 31 degrees. The ice does not melt. Then the room reaches 32 degrees. Suddenly, the ice begins to melt. A tiny change of 1 degree changes everything. Did the previous degrees matter? Yes, they did. They were preparing the ice. This is what James Clear calls the plateau of latent potential. It means your work is never wasted. It is just being stored. This sounds deep, but it means something very simple. Life is full of small choices. You can still grow. You can become stronger step by step. You can do small, good things every day, and slowly, very slowly, your life will change. That's why the author gives us 4 laws. Each law is a lesson for life. In the next part, I will explain each rule one by one in slow, simple English. Let's begin. Rule number 1. Make it obvious.
Let's look at this word. Obvious. What does obvious mean? It means clear. It means easy to see. It means visible. If something is in front of your eyes, it is obvious. This rule is about your environment. Your environment means the place around you, your bedroom, your living room, your kitchen, your office. James Clear says that our environment controls our behavior. We think we choose our actions, but usually we just react to what we see. Think about this example. If you walk into a kitchen and you see a plate of fresh cookies on the counter, what do? You take a cookie and you eat it. You were not hungry. You were not thinking about cookies, but the cookie was obvious. It was visual, so your brain said, eat it. Now, imagine you want to build a good habit. Imagine you want to practice English every day. But where is your English book? It is inside a heavy backpack. The backpack is in the closet. The closet door is closed. Is the book obvious? No, it is hidden. It is invisible. So you forget to study, you look at your phone instead, because your phone is on the table. Your phone is obvious. So, if you want to create a good habit, you must redesign your environment. You must change your room. If you want to read more books before sleep, do this. Put a book on your pillow every morning. When you go to bed at night, the book is sitting on your pillow. It is obvious. It is looking at you. You cannot ignore it. If you want to drink more water, don't keep the water bottle in the fridge. Put 5 glasses of water in different places in your house. Put one on your desk, one near the TV, one next to your bed. Make it easy to see. Make it obvious. James Clear also gives us a great formula for this. It is called implementation intention. It's a fancy phrase, but it means a simple plan. The formula is I will, action, at, time, in, location. Many people say, I will study English tomorrow. This is too vague. It is not clear. Instead, you should say,
I will listen to English Daily Podcast at 8 a.m. in the kitchen while I make breakfast. Now you have a specific plan. It is clear. It is obvious. Your brain knows exactly what to do and when to do it. So, remember, my friends, if you want a good habit to stay, make the cues obvious. Change your room, change your desk, put your goals in front of your eyes. Rule number 2, make it attractive. What does attractive mean? It means beautiful. It means interesting. It means something you desire, something you look at and say, wow, I want that. This rule is about your feelings. It is about your brain chemistry. There is a chemical in your brain called dopamine. Dopamine is the chemical of desire. When you feel excited about something, your brain releases dopamine. Interestingly, your brain releases dopamine not when you get the reward, but when you expect the reward. The anticipation, the waiting, the wanting, that is what makes you take action. Think about video games. Why do people play video games for hours? Because they are attractive. There are bright colors, exciting sounds, and constant rewards. Your brain is swimming in dopamine. But what about hard habits? What about studying English vocabulary? What about cleaning your house? These things do not feel attractive. They feel boring. They feel like hard work. So how can we make a boring habit attractive? James Clear gives us a brilliant technique. It is called temptation bundling. To bundle means to tie things together, to connect them. Temptation means something you love to do, something you enjoy. So, temptation bundling means you connect a habit you need to do with a habit you want to do. Let's look at an easy example. Imagine you love watching your favorite show on Netflix. You want to watch it every day, but you also need to walk on the treadmill to stay healthy, and you find the treadmill boring. You can make a rule for yourself. You say, I am only allowed to watch Netflix while I am walking on the treadmill. Suddenly, the treadmill becomes attractive because it's bundled with Netflix. Let's apply this to English. Imagine you love drinking a delicious cup of hot coffee in the morning. That's your temptation. You love it, and you need to practice your English pronunciation. You can say, after I pour my morning coffee, I will repeat 3 lines from Kevin on the English Daily Podcast. Now, learning English is connected to the joy of coffee. It becomes more attractive. You start to look forward to it. Another way to make a habit attractive is to change your mindset. Change the words you use. Don't say, I have to study English today. No, change that word. Say, I get to study English today. I have to feels like a burden. It feels like a punishment. I get to feels like an opportunity. It feels like a gift. You are lucky because you can learn a new language. So remember, make your habits attractive. Connect them to things you love and change the way you talk to yourself. Rule number 3, make it easy. This rule is about friction. Friction means resistance. It means how hard something is to do. James Clear says that human beings are naturally lazy. We want to save energy. It is normal. Our ancestors needed to save energy to survive. So, if a habit requires a lot of effort, your brain will protect you from it. It will say, no, let's watch TV instead. TV is easy. Therefore, if you want to build a long-term habit, you must remove friction. You must make the habit as easy as possible. Think about Amazon. Why do people buy so many things on Amazon? Because of the one-click buy button. You don't need to type your credit card number. You don't need to enter your address. You just click once and the item is coming to your house. Amazon made buying extremely easy. They removed all friction. You must do the same for your good habits. Reduce the friction. If you want to go to the gym in the morning, prepare your clothes the night before. Put your shorts, your shirt, and your shoes right next to your bed. When you wake up, you don't have to think. You don't have to look for your clothes. The friction is low. It is easy. But what if a habit still feels too big? What if studying English still feels overwhelming? James Clear introduces one of my favorite rules in the world. It is called the 2-minute rule. The rule says, when you start a new habit, it should take less than 2 minutes to do. Let's look at some examples. Instead of saying, I will study English for 1 hour every day, change it to, I will open my English app for 2 minutes. Instead of saying, I will read a book every week, change it to, I will read 1 page tonight. Instead of saying, I will run 3 miles, change it to, I will put on my running shoes. Many people laugh at this rule. They say, Kevin, reading 1 page is useless. Opening an app for 2 minutes will not help me speak English. But they're missing the point. The point is not to do the work. The point is to master the habit of showing up. A habit must be established before it can be improved. If you cannot master the simple action of opening the book every single night, you will never master the action of reading for an hour. You must master before you optimize. Once you start doing something for 2 minutes, it becomes easy to continue. You say to yourself, well, I'm already here. I already opened the book. I might as well read another page. So, make it easy. Start small. Start with 2 minutes.
Rule number 4, make it satisfying. This is the final law of behavior change. It is about the ending of the habit. The first 3 laws, make it obvious, make it attractive, make it easy, increase the chances that you will do the action this time. The 4th law, make it satisfying, increases the chances that you will repeat the action next time. James Clear says there is a cardinal rule of behavior change. What is immediately rewarded is repeated. What is immediately punished is avoided.
Our brains love immediate rewards. Immediate means right now, at this exact moment. In the modern world, many good habits have a delayed reward. Delayed means in the future. For example, if you go to the gym today, you do not get a perfect body tomorrow. The reward is delayed for 6 months. If you study English today, you do not become fluent tomorrow. The reward is delayed for a year. But bad habits usually have an immediate reward. If you eat a chocolate donut right now, it tastes amazing immediately. The punishment, gaining weight, is delayed for the future. So we must bring a small, immediate reward to our good habits. We must make them satisfying right away. How can we do this? One simple method is a habit tracker. A habit tracker is a calendar or a notebook where you cross off every day you complete your habit. When you finish listening to English Daily Podcast today, take a red pen and put a big X on your calendar. Looking at that red X gives your brain a small hit of satisfaction. It feels good. It says, I did it. I succeeded today.
As the days go by, you build a chain of X marks on your calendar. Your only job now is a very simple rule. Don't break the chain. If you see 10 days of continuous success, you will not want to stop. You will want to keep the chain alive. But what happens if you fail? What happens if you get sick or you are too busy and you miss a day? James Clear gives us an amazing piece of advice for this. He says, never miss twice. Missing one day is an accident. It happens to everyone. It happens to me. It happens to you. But missing 2 days is the start of a new bad habit. If you miss today, that is okay, but make sure you show up tomorrow, even if you only do it for 2 minutes. Don't break the chain twice.
So now, my wonderful friends, you have heard the complete story of atomic habits. Let's review the 4 laws together, slowly. 1. Law number 1. Make it obvious. Design your room so you can see your goals. 2. Make it attractive. Connect your habits to things you enjoy. 3. Make it easy. Start with the 2-minute rule. Just show up. 4. Make it satisfying. Track your progress and never miss twice. Remember, real change does not happen overnight. It doesn't happen in one big jump. It happens step by step, 1% at a time. Be patient with yourself. You are building a stronger, wiser, and better life. Thank you so much for joining me today on English Daily Podcast. You have spent a long time listening to English, practicing your comprehension, and learning a massive lesson for your life. You should be very proud of yourself. I'm Kevin, and until next time, stay curious, stay strong, and keep learning. Bye for now.